Hey lads, how's it going? It's the man, the myth, the legend, Brad here, coming at you guys with another zombies video. And as you guys can tell by the video, the title of the video, this is going to be a very controversial topic. And today we're going to be talking about which is better, Der Eisendrache or Origins. Now I'm not really going to go in depth with the storyline value because that's where Origins shines, is really just storyline. And more focusing on gameplay, Easter egg, weapons, wonder weapons, stuff like that. Now, to begin with, I'm just going to say this is going to be my opinion and my opinion only. I know a lot of people have differing opinions about this, but yeah. And I'm just going to state my opinion off the bat, and that is that Der Eisendrache is my favorite map. I personally think that Der Eisendrache beats Origins 500%, but I'll get into why during this video. And I'll have Der Eisendrache gameplay in the background. If I don't, it was because I was probably way too lazy to record it, so I used some old gameplay. And I can see why people like Origins. Origins is not a bad map. But let's get into Easter eggs first. The Der Eisendrache Easter egg, I just think that the steps are better. Finding the wisps, teleporting to the old lab, and then just the boss fight in general. The boss fight is just such a good experience. It's just so fun. It's, in my opinion, Der Eisendrache is one of the better boss fights. I do like the blood boss fight as well, but that's not really, we're not talking about blood. And then Origins, the Origins Easter egg, there isn't really a boss fight. The final of it is basically you just are in there with the staffs after you do all the other steps, which are kind of like, they're kind of hit or miss. And this Easter egg is really just a RNG based Easter egg because you have to wait on those robots and you have to go into the right ones at the right times. But even then, all you do is release a drone into the Maxis drone into the little portal thingy, and that's the end. And then you get a cutscene, which yes, it does have a lot to do with the storyline. It does tell us a lot to do with the storyline. I have videos coming out on that hopefully soon on what that cutscene has to do with the storyline. But yeah, that's all that Easter egg is, and compared to the Der Eisendrache Easter egg, I would much rather redo the Der Eisendrache Easter egg way more than the Origin ones. Now let's talk about wonder weapons. Yes, the staffs are overpowered as fuck, and the bows are also overpowered as fuck. The staffs can revive people, and they might be a little bit more powerful than the bows. But if you get a staff, if you get the right staff, and just sit in a corner, you can get to high rounds. But also if you get a bow, think a bow, the lightning bow and the haymaker, you can sit in a corner and you are good until past round 100. You will be just fine. But I happen to just like the feel of the bows more than the staffs. To me, they're a little bit more easy to make than the staffs. I know a lot of people are gonna just like disagree with that. Maybe not the fire bow, because if you're playing with multiple people, the fire bow is just gonna be a pain in the ass to get. But the steps for the lightning bow, wolf bow, void bow can be a little bit timid, but if you know what you're doing, that thing's easy to get to. And it's not like Origins where you have to climb into the robots, which again is RNG. That's really easy to get the wind staff, and then you have to find parts to the gramophones and like the records just to even get the parts for the staff. And then you have to jump on a tank for the, I forget which staff it is, I think it's lightning. You have to jump on the tank and then jump off of it, and if you don't have stamina up, you basically have to go again. And that's just super tedious. I'd rather go after these bows. And let's not talk. Let's bring up how Der Eisendrache actually gives us the wall running feature and the low gravity room, which is actually so good for that map. It makes the map a lot more interesting. Origins is just basically a trench. It's not really. It doesn't really have anything going for it other than storyline value. The trench looks boring. You can get lost if you don't know what you're doing. Yes, the robots are cool, but we also have robots in Der Eisendrache, and guess what? Those robots don't kill you. They just walk around in the background. We do have panzers in both, and I think the panzers on Der Eisendrache are a little bit more difficult because the ones on Der Eisendrache are more supposed to. If you guys don't know, there's two types of panzers. One of them is an attacking panzer, and the other one is basically just a mining panzer that was made for Origins. Richtofen created the mech suits. I'll have another video on that later. And the attacking panzers to me are way more difficult and add a bit more challenge to Der Eisendrache, which is really good, and I like that. Yes, we have panzers on both maps. I know that's not really a good argument, but I do think that the Der Eisendrache panzers are a bit more better than the Origins panzers. And as for replayability of both these maps, I do think that both of these maps are very replayable. I do enjoy both maps. I do enjoy Der Eisendrache, of course, more than Origins, so of course I'm going to say that Origins is way more replayable. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically all I had because I saw people talking about it on Twitter. Horizon Drop, in my opinion, will always beat Origins. So yeah, if you guys like the video, please drop a like. If you disagree with me, please also drop a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that post notification button so you never miss an upload from me. And I'll see you lads in the next video.